Okay, so we've gotten to chapter 6, and you're on page 628 of our Windows Server 2003 Environment Training Kit book. And you are not getting the effective permissions as it is in the book on exercise 3, step 3. What you want to do is ensure that you go back to page 6.2 before you begin, and make sure that all those are in effect. Like, you created the global security groups, you have the user or organizational units set up properly, and each member is assigned to the proper group. After that, I'm going to walk you through it. Now make sure you try this first instead of just following the video. But I'm going to show you how to get the results that they get on page 628, effective permissions. So what we want to do is go to our folder, project 1, right click, select properties, click on the security tab. As it is, I already have it done, but I'm going to delete it for this exercise. So we're going to go ahead and remove all of them, and I'm going to walk you through it step by step to ensure that you have the same ones. Alright, the first one we want to create is, as it says on page 625, is the administrator group, full control. This is not very difficult. Just go ahead and click add, type admin, and make sure you pick administrators instead of administrator. This is the built-in account. Administrators is the account organizational unit or group that you created earlier in one of the chapters. So once we have administrators, go ahead and hit OK and click on full control right here. Just go ahead and click allow, and that's pretty much it for your admin. Your admin should be good to go. Next one we want to do is project 101 contributors. So let's add that one. Let's see, contributors right there, and now we have this. On this one, what we want to do is, let's go ahead and hit advanced, and then we'll click on contributors, go ahead and hit edit, and then you're going to get to this right here. What you want to do is make sure that you have all these: traverse folder, execute folder, list folder, read attributes, read extended attributes, create files, and write data. We want to make sure that's checked. And then create folder, we want to check append data. And then obviously we want read permission checked. And then once you go ahead, hit OK, everything should be good to go. The next one is project 101 editors. So let me just go ahead and hit OK here, and then we'll go back to the screen. Now, if you haven't noticed, all I'm doing is basically just typing project and hitting return. That's going to bring you a bunch of different groups. And then go ahead and select it, project editors, hit OK, and here we go. Now this one only need read, write, and let's see what's the other one. Editors, and yeah, obviously I'm getting this from page 625, where it tells you what each person can do and can't do. Sorry. So we want to make sure we got read, and then the other thing is that we have to have write in there as well. So you should have just these 4 checked, and that should be in that one. The other thing that it mentions in here is that they have to have full control of the files and folders they create. So the way to do that is we're going to go ahead and click add, and we're just going to put creators, and we're going to see if we can find it. See, now we got creator owner. Select that one, go ahead and hit OK. And then this one, what you want to do is you want to go into advanced and creator owner, select creator owner, select edit, and change the apply onto to subfolders and files only. I believe, yeah, subfolders and files only. And you want to give them full control of this. This is their folder, so they should have full control. Now once you do that, so I'd select OK. The other thing I forgot to mention, right off the bat, try to go into advanced, and this is most likely checked. Allow inherited permissions, blah blah. Uncheck that, and it's going to give you a little message, and go ahead and say OK to that, because this all has to do with inheriting folder permissions. Since we're actually applying full of permission. There's none of it's inherited. All should be uninherited. Alright? So that's up to that point. Next group is we have is the system. And I'm not sure if this is automatically in it, but I did delete it, so I guess we're gonna have to add it to it. And go ahead and add them, add automatically system, and system has full control. And that should give us the results we want. Now obviously we're gonna double check it by going to advanced effective permissions, and we're gonna try to see what if they match what we have on page 628. And actually the first one that I check is Scott, so let's stick with that plan. So we want Scott Bishop. Scott Bishop has these permissions still. What we are lacking is we still need a deny statement, since deny statements allow override allow permissions. So let's go ahead and cancel that, and we are going to add. Remember earlier you created a group called Contractors Restricted Access. We got to add that to here. So let's see what we got. Contractors Restricted Access, and we want to click on Deny All, Deny Full Control on that. Now once this is set, now we should have the proper attributes for, or have proper permissions for each folder. Go ahead and hit Effective Permissions, and let's try this again. What would happen here? Let's try to apply it first before. And yep, there it is. Make sure you select Apply, and then it's going to tell you that it takes precedence over all other entries or whatever. Go ahead and hit Yes. Now we go to Advanced. And now we click Effective Permissions, and let's try again. And this time, almost 100% positive that worked. Yep, see? Scott Bishop has no permissions whatsoever. Alright, let's try Dan Home now. Oh, look at that. Matches what's on 628. No problem. Next one's going to be T. And from the looks of it, you should have all of them matching as it is in the book. And you should also have the read permission, so make sure you scroll down and that should be effective. Let's check Lauren. And Lauren has pretty much the same permission as Daniel T, or Tide, or whatever his name is, with the exception, or there, Lauren actually has one more, which has write extended attributes as well. And there you have it. All your permissions should match now. If it's still not matching, make sure you follow what it is, like I said, on page 6.2. And then, if you're still having trouble, please verify that you added the correct members to the right members group and things of that nature. Alright? And that concludes this little tutorial. And like I said, it's very important to understand file permissions. So if you're not quite understanding something, make sure you reread the chapter and play around with it. Play around with the operating system. See if you can create maybe some of your own examples of, how you would not give somebody access and things of that nature, and then check the effectiveness of it. If you are going to do that, make sure that you're not interfering with any of the groups that are within the book. That might cause problems later on. Try to create your own organizational units and own groups, and try it with those along with your own users, and see if you can have it. But like I said, this is there so you can move along chapter 6 in case you got stuck. Like I said, if you're still having problems with it, you're welcome to ask me for help. But we got it. Anyway, like I said, that concludes this tutorial. Thanks a lot.